Hello, I'm Grace. Kakao has launched its first strike in its 20-year history, marking a notable event in the annals of South Korea's IT sector. Approximately 600 union members marched to the Pangyo office, displaying a hardline stance that appears to be less about specific grievances and more about demonstrating organizational cohesion. The news is shocking enough to draw comparisons with Samsung Electronics, as a strike by a major corporation is a rare occurrence. The strike began after final negotiations broke down, resulting from both sides failing to find a compromise until the last moment. Core user-facing services like Kakao Talk remain operational, but the intensity of the strike has paralyzed headquarters operations. Reports indicate the union raised its wage increase demand to over 10%, a figure significantly more aggressive than previous proposals. For the company, operating profits have dropped by 30% year-on-year, making a large raise a heavy burden during a period of declining profitability. Management has consistently emphasized the need for restructuring, with cost-cutting pressures to ensure survival fueling the labor management conflict. Conversely, the union cites inflation and soaring living costs as key justifications, reflecting a strong defensive posture to prevent real wage cuts. With both sides firmly entrenched, a resolution seems unlikely, and the prevailing forecast suggests a short-term agreement is difficult to achieve. General users will not face immediate disruptions to Kakao Talk, and daily life is expected to be largely unaffected. However, there are concerns that long-term labor costs could be passed on to consumers through higher fees or reduced service features. This strike is being watched closely to see if it marks a turning point for South Korea's IT labor environment and how tech-centric firms handle such disputes. Unlike traditional giants like Samsung Electronics, Kakao had maintained relatively flexible labor relations, and this incident exposes the limits of that approach. Due to the nature of digital platforms, the strike does not directly cause service outages, a characteristic feature of modern labor disputes. It remains to be seen how wide the gap is between corporate growth and union demands, as aggressive requests during profit declines can be fatal for businesses. The union may have adopted a hardline strategy to maintain its internal standing, potentially making this a tactical choice to strengthen solidarity. According to reports, various issues were discussed during negotiations, but there was no compromise on the core issue of wages. There are growing concerns that this dispute will not end quickly, and prolonged conflict could disrupt corporate operations. We hope for a swift resolution, with both sides finding a compromise within realistic boundaries. We will watch Kakao's first strike closely, as it will serve as a critical case study for the future of labor relations in the IT industry. I'm Grace, thanks for watching.